Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. I hope everybody's off to a great start of their week. I hope everybody has a great Monday. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about silver and gold, and the comment that I keep seeing that, times are just getting hard and I just can't afford to buy it right now. I can't afford to stack. I've been wanting to get into it and can't afford it. I want to talk about that comment for a few different reasons, and I think it's a great comment. I think it's motivational. It gives you some ideas. We've talked about this comment before because it's a comment that I see a lot. And if you really want to help me out and help everybody else out in the community, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button off to the side. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button because it helps me out and it motivates me and it pushes me to make more videos to help other people. So this comment is something I see time and time again. It was great when silver was $15. And now we're at like 30. It's doubled in price essentially. But there was a time when it was $5. There was a time when it was $10, $15, $20, $25, $30. And it's only showing signs that it's going to continue to go higher and higher as we're now at an 11-year high on the price of silver. Now, I notice some people, they might look at that and say, it's 28 bucks spot. It's not that much, but here's the thing. I understand with the economy the way it is, prices going up, that people got to feed their families. The bills are going up. Insurance is going up. Rent, if you're renting, is going up. But here's the thing. It can cost, you can pick up an ounce of silver for as little in some cases as $30. You may not get a pretty ounce. You may not get an ounce you like. I've actually had one friend that he's like, dude, I really want to try to get some silver. I can't find anything right now. Will you help me find some? I want to do what you say and buy under 30. And I say, okay, but you're not going to get something you like. You're not going to get an American Silver Eagle. You're not going to get a pretty Britannia. These are great coins and they have additional perks. But on the flip side, silver is silver. You're buying silver, maybe you're buying it as a collectible. I buy silver as an insurance policy. I do have some collectible coins, so I guess maybe I buy as a collectible too. But in general, I'm after ounces. How can I get my ounce count higher? I stack both silver. I've got a little bit of gold. And I think it's really important that you've got a certain amount of precious metals in your possession or somewhere where you can access. It doesn't have to be in your house. Some of y'all know I don't keep stuff at my house. Some of y'all know me personally. You've been to my house. But on the flip side, it's important because when the system really does start breaking down because prices are just going to new obscene levels. I mean, a study just came out the other day that they may not even do the 3 rate drops that they were originally planning. The Fed's been saying we're going to cut rates, but the truth of the matter is inflation is still there. As soon as they cut it, it's skyrocketing. So they're scared to cut right now. So there's a chance we may not even see the 3 cuts. We may see one before the election just to try to motivate the economy a little bit more, to spark it in the direction they want so they can say things are not as bad as they may seem. But the truth of the matter is, if you look at the top 10 investments right now that are out there, over the last 30 days, 7 of them are down. The only ones that are up are Google, silver, and gold. Those are the top investments in the world. They're all coming down. I'm sorry, in the U.S. But, some of them are traded obviously worldwide, so that's why I said that. But as you look at stuff right now, prices aren't getting any cheaper, it doesn't appear. And there's a lot of potential with silver now at an 11-year high. That's showing the trend that it's going to probably go higher. And if you haven't taken a little time to pick up a little bit, you could be in a hard spot when things break down. This video was actually inspired by a comment on a video that I posted a couple days ago about bartering silver for food. I had an immense amount of great comments on there. People trading primers so they can reload for silver. People trading firewood. People trading all kinds of stuff. And I think that's important to note. But there was one comment that really jumped out at me. You're assuming that everybody will have some silver or gold to trade. And that's a valid point, because the truth of the matter is not everybody's going to have it. There's a lot of people that didn't take the time to look into this, or they kept making excuses on why they can't afford $20, $25, $30, or they kept making the excuse there's a big pullback coming and silver's going to be dropped back down to under $20. And I'm not seeing how people can think silver is going to go back down to sub 20. I don't hear it as much in the community because people are starting to realize $20 silver is about as far-fetched as $50 silver to a lot of people. Now, I personally don't think $50 silver is far-fetched. There's a lot of people out there that think that that can't happen. But the truth of the matter is, let's just say silver goes from 30 to 40. That's a big gain. That's a 33% profit. I mean, that's huge. I trade cryptos. Some of y'all know that I day trade a few different cryptos that I really monitor hardcore. And I think that cryptos are a fun thing. I don't think that, unfortunately, it's a long-term investment that I would want to put my life savings in, but I do it for fun. And when I go a day and I make 4 or 5% in a day, I'm ecstatic. I mean, just the other day, I ended up popping $800 in one day, and I had someone tell me, yeah, you made $800, but you missed out on a 25% gain on Shiba. That's true. I did. But, a sure thing is better than a gamble. I like to just play it safe. I look for big dips and I buy, and I look for big jumps and I sell. And sometimes I miss out on an even bigger jump or an even bigger dip, but that's okay. It's about safety and security and playing it smart and investing in silver and gold. But I understand not everybody can afford to do gold right now with everything the way it is, especially with gold at its new all-time high almost every week. It's a little harder, but I don't think there's any better insurance policy that you can have than having a little bit of silver put away somewhere, at least some. I mean, a lot of people will disagree with that. I've listened to the big financial advisors, and they want to tell you should have 5% of your wealth in precious metals. And even if it's in paper contracts, that's just as good. It's not just as good. Having physical kind of guarantees you have yours. You have your silver in your possession, and I understand not everybody can afford it, but it doesn't take much to afford. I mean, you could skip eating out one day a week, and you can save money there. If you've got a family, oh my word, that's so easy to save money for an ounce of silver. Because the truth of the matter is, if you eat out one night, your bill is probably, I talked to a friend of mine, he went to a place called Whataburger. Some of y'all may know what that is, some of you may not. I'd equivalent it to like McDonald's or Burger King, but just a better quality. Even though I really like Burger King personally. But he ended up spending $40 on 2 meals and like an extra fry or something. And I'm like, what in the world? You realize you could have made hamburgers at home a whole lot better for that $40. It was mind-blowing to me. I mean, yeah, it's a little work, and that's part of the problem in society today. People don't really want to do their own work. They don't want to mow their own lawn. They don't want to clean their house. They don't want to make their own coffee. They don't want to make their own dinner. I mean, they don't even want to clean their own car. They send it off, get it detailed, have someone cut their lawn. Now there's a new thing. Well, it's new to me. Food preps, meal preps, where they prepare like a healthy meal, and you're counting calories or you're counting your proteins. I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to get in shape right now because I joke with some people and I'm like, man, eventually I'm going to hit, a nice wealthy status and I'll probably croak of a heart attack. In some of my old videos, I was up to 390 pounds. But where I'm going with that is, everything, meal prepping. I mean, it doesn't take much to prepare your meal. A salad, a little bit of grilled chicken, and boom, you're in it. But the thing is, everybody is so fixated on time wasting. I see one person that literally never eats at home, never cooks their own meals, doesn't mow their own lawn, doesn't really do much for themselves because it's easier just to have everything done for them. And then I stop over there and visit and playing games on the phone. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. I used to play a lot of games on my phone, but it's crazy. It's crazy. One, I think playing games on the phone is like the biggest waste of time. I was listening to a podcast of 10 things that people can do to change their life. And literally one of the top ones was quit wasting time on video games. I used to spend a lot of time on video games. But back on silver, it's a matter of finding ways to cut and pick up an ounce or two here and there. Let me know if you got some ideas on ways to cut or ways that you have cut. It's inspiring to hear people's stories about, or their comments, how they've cut to be able to build up a stack. I mean, maybe you've been cutting out. I talked to one person the other day and he's like, all I've cut was my energy drinks each day. I don't take the energy drinks anymore. And boom, now I'm stacking an extra ounce every week. I think that's really motivational to see stuff like that. And gifts. I know for his birthday, his girlfriend ended up getting him 5 ounces of silver or something like that. And I thought that was cool. You're getting something that's tangible. Because let's be honest, how many times have you gotten a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or some gift, and then you just like, oh, thank you so much. I love it. I can't wait to use it. And then you get home, you put it in the garage. I have done that so many times. It's unbelievable. So, a lot of things, you just don't need. We get so much junk that we don't need, but yet we don't give things that are essentially treasures and wealth. You look at India, they've been giving gifts of jewelry and in gold and silver for years. Even China does it. China's, buying up gold left over, hand over hand, or hand over fist, however that statement goes. Now they're shifting a little bit to silver, which is really interesting because I think they see the potential gains. You have an 83-to-1 ratio, but yet it comes out of the ground roughly 10 or 15-to-1, but yet they're selling it for 83-to-1. That's just a sign that the price is only going to go a whole lot higher. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please, if you didn't hit that thumbs up button yet, take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button because it helps me out more than you know, and it helps other people. And leave a comment. We love to read your comments. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. I hope you all have a great weekend. Great week. Sorry, it's Monday. My bad. Have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.